Wait, what? All right. Let's see. Check 11%. I mean, we get like one fight. We get one fight out of this, and then we gotta go to upgrade, replenish it or whatever. We get one fight, baby. One fight. Steam was updating. That makes sense. That's why it was laggy. Ah. Gavin, what's up, big dog? Fuck you saying? You handsome SOB? This is a 17 long minute
I've been
video.
dating this guy. Well, now it's over, but for about 2 years.
Ooh.
Long distance for about a year and a half of that.
So
Which in hindsight is crazy.
yeah. So you were barely dating a guy, but I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, barely dating. Decided to go long distance, about like a 6-hour drive.
Okay. Not horrible.
And it has gotten just insane in the last like 6 to 8 months, and I'm just like totally spiraling.
Wait, I'm sorry. You're still dating or you were dating?
We're dating. We broke up on the 9th.
So I'm sorry. I thought when you
Up,
first
John.
called and you said
Coke?
I was dating, but you guys
Coke, Sean?
It's been 2 years.
Yeah,
a
bud.
year and a half, and you're a 6-hour drive apart. Is that correct?
McBitch?
Did we lose McBitch?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, yes. It's everything you just said was correct.
All that's correct, and recently you're just starting to you're like, what the fuck's going on? I don't want to do this. Is that what's going? Like this situation is just stressful for you. Is that what?
Cheers, bro.
Is that what you mean by spiraling?
Yeah, like I'm just like kind of coming out of the fog now. Just
Bro.
some of like the shame.
Dude, I swear to God, I know this chick calling. I'm not even exaggerating. I swear to fucking Christ, I know exactly who is calling that. I've talked to this chick. I met her on Apex. I swear to God. Same voice, same mannerisms, same everything. I bet you this broad's name is Madison. I'm not even fucking exaggerating or joking or kidding or anything.
And like insecurity he's projected onto me. And I feel so like dysregulated, and I'm not really sure what to do about it other than go to therapy.
What the fuck's going on? So not only are you long distance, but he's projecting shame onto you. In what way? What are we talking?
Yeah. So prior to me, he dated a girl for 6 years. They were their first everything, whatever. On the other hand, I was assaulted in high school, and like eventually was just decided to like hook up with some people when I was like just about 21 to try and get over like
Dude,
that trauma.
Dude, this is her. I'm not even fucking kidding, Sean. I'm not even fucking kidding. I know this chick that's calling. I'm not even joking. I swear to fucking God. This bitch, bro. This bitch is fucked in the brain. Like, I'm not even joking. I know this
You
chick.
don't even need it. By the way, you don't have to explain. There's no. You also were just 21, and whatever reason you wanted to go with people is totally fine.
Exactly. I agree, but just for context.
Okay.
And so when we met online, I was very honest, like with my past and everything about him, and it wasn't a problem until.
I mean, right there. Hold on. The fact that was even coming up is nuts. Where you're like, I was very honest about like what I assume body count, like that. The fact that that's like a fucking. The fact that even came up is fucking nuts.
Dude, I know this chick.
Like,
She's
not a
fucked.
fucking job interview. You're like dating.
Dude, this chick, I guarantee you her name is Madison. Dude, I gotta send this to Blair. Holy fuck. Dude, what the fuck? Dude, I'm not even joking.
Somebody else. So like that's.
But this bitch, bro, like she used to sit there and she would like call me at like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning and shit. Look at that. What the fuck? Dude, I swear to God.
On this motherfucker already. And the fact
Dude, it's her. I swear to God, she's even got the laugh. There's no fucking way. That's her. That is her. 100%. What the fuck?
Need to like, and you know what else is fucked up? Like, I can tell that you even like sort of the argument of like, well, I was assaulted and I was doing this to get it. Like, clearly you sort of like have been forced to even rationalize stuff in a way that's incredibly fucked up because of this person's insecurity. Is already I see
This chick's a straight fucking whore, though.
Flags just 45 seconds into this description, but let's keep going.
Okay. So
I can't even listen to it. I can't even listen to that one. Like, as much as I want to. That chick's fucking just broken beyond repair. Dude, that's insane. I can't believe I know somebody that called into that channel. What the fuck? That's fucking crazy.
Let's take a deep dive into this master class of umpiring by Phil Cuzzy in the Giants and Phillies game. We're tied at 1 apiece in the bottom of the 8th. Strike 1. This breakdown brought to you by Shady Rays. Next pitch, probably strike 2. A sinker that came back in. He looks up. He's like, oh, boy, what's up? And then a ball. And then the 2-1 breaking ball slips out of his hands. He says, oh, no, it hit him. It hit him. He's going to take his base. That's a bad start to the thing. Topper says, hold on. Let's check the replay here. There it is. And, So, okay, roll it. We're good. We're good. We were wrong. Here's the at-bat everyone's talking about. The first pitch is going to
Bro,
be a
can't
get
believe
me
that.
over breaking ball. Just right down the middle. Easy call. He wasn't looking for a breaking ball. It was. Then a dotted low and away 97-mile-per-hour fastball. Now he's looking down. Let's throw one up top because he thinks I got to protect low in the zone, so let's bang one high. There it is, strike 3. No, okay. No.
Dude,
Thought
I
he
can't
had him.
believe
Looking
that.
to the sky like, don't I
That bitch is such a
remember
whore.
that
She was like 19 or 20 years old when I met her, and she'd already slept with like 100 and something guys. It was just like, you fucking disgust me. I'll play Apex with you though. The most liberal fucking bitch you'd ever meet too. Like, oh my god, just fucking annoying to listen to.
pitch in this situation once before, and look what I found earlier in the season. This is the same pitcher, the same catcher, the same batter, and the same umpire.
Bro, what
Back
are
in
the
April.
chances?
That's wild, right? And he threw this pitch, and he got the strike call. So he was like, what's wrong with this one? Is it a little higher? Because it's more inside. Now, they're different venues, different stadiums, so the camera angle isn't exactly the same. I can't overlay them, and they're going to look different because they're coming from different angles. But, yeah, very similar. You know, the one here is higher, but it is more over the plate. So maybe Phil Cuzzy's saying, nah, it's over the plate, but that's too high for me. That square that we see on the screen, that's just like, you know, a guideline for the viewer. It's not real. So maybe, okay, fine, we'll give it to him. He says, fine, you're not going to give me the high strike. I'm just going to go back to that low and away fastball. I'll just dot one there. I'll strike him out again. And bam, there it is. Wait, what? Phil, come on. Topper's like, that's the same as the second pitch. What? That's the same as the second pitch. This is both pitches at once. I bet you thought that was just one pitch, but actually it was an overlay. They are that similar, and at the very end you can see them split off a tiny bit. But come on, that's a very similar pitch. One gets called a strike, the other doesn't get called a strike. They are strikes. What are we doing? Well, a lot of people are going to say that's catcher framing for you. On the left was the second pitch that gets called a strike, and you can see
Kind of like in the umpire way on the one on the right. I can see how.
Real Muto sets up with the glove low. This is what everybody's doing now, majority of the time. So the umpire doesn't have a distorted view and then doesn't know where the target is intended and just pulls it up. The other one on the right side, he sets up high and the pitch is low, which ends up he's got a stab for it, which makes the umpire think maybe he missed his spot. But umpires are giving a lot of fake like setups now because they think they are getting relayed to the batter. So a lot of times catchers are giving fake setups and it might not be a missed spot. But that is why a lot of people would say, well, yeah, you got to frame it better. People love doing that. And I was like, I don't know, guys. That is still a strike, you know? I think that gets called a strike a lot.
Automated umpires.
I put on my Shady Rays. I took to Baseball Savant. I found the X and Z axis of that pitch, which was the X axis 0.60, the Z 1.83. And I found every pitch that crossed the plate at that same exact axis since we've been tracking this, which is 2015. And there's been 26 of those. How many were called strikes? 13. How many were called balls? 1. And it's this pitch, first pitch in recorded history to cross the plate at that axis and be called a ball. The rest were swung at, so the call is out of the ump's hands or put in play or whatever. Here's a look.
And there is strike 3.
2-0, good fastball on the Friday afternoon.
And now faces Juan Soto. Takes strike one
here in Cleveland. I had been, my first game.
Strike called.
Earned himself another inning.
Whoever that umpire is should be fired right away.
Hit a home run. He's got 2 hits today.
Ready. Kyle Lewis takes a strike.
Strike 3.
Fastball painted.
That's a lot. So Real Muto's he's like, hey, bring it again, man. He's not going to get it wrong again. No way. Same pitch. I'll flash the glove up. You go there. Boom. Got him. Struck him out 3 times. Where the fuck is that? It's the same as the other 2. Fuck. Come on. And yeah, here's all 3 pitches. They're pretty similar. They're pretty similar. Unbelievable. And what's different?
My man is done.
The setup. And should this really be causing that many problems? Should it? Should it be causing that many problems? No. All right, well, he's like, it's 3-2. I've thrown 5 strikes. I got to throw a breaking ball. Get swing and miss. Gets a swing, doesn't get the miss. It's still in the zone. He's thrown 6 pitches in the zone. He's got to go more in the zone, and that finds bat. And that's a single.
That's
and
crazy.
That's first and third. Struck him out 3 times. Now you've got the go-ahead run on third. They're yucking it up. Topper's not. He's annoyed. The pitcher's not. He's frustrated. Pitching coach is going to walk out, give him a breather. He's also going to say, all right, boys, let me know when he's looking, all right? We're going to take our sweet time because those are strikes. Right, JT? You got those in there? Yeah, those are strikes. Okay, see, JT says they're strikes. They're strikes, so don't even worry about it. Let's see what he says. And then the umpire starts sneaking up. Topper's like, yeah, let's get a match. Should I get ejected? And then the ump comes, and you can see Kirkering's eyes go big right here. Like, is he coming? He's coming. And you see Stott and Bryce be like, I don't want any part of this. This is going to get ugly. I'm out of here. And then Phil Cuzzy saunters up the hill, and it doesn't get that ugly. He kind of just says, those are strikes, and we need you to call them. We respect you. You're a longtime veteran of the game. Nothing but love for you, Phil. But in this moment, on those pitches, we need strikes. Topper's like, I should get ejected, right? Because that's kind of crazy. Should I get ejected? Phil Cuzzy behind the dish. And Real Muto's like, actually, guys, infield's in. Because this is the go-ahead run on third now. So that stinks. Because we struck him out 3 times. 3-1 pitch. And another breaking ball that slips out of his hands and hits the batter. Same thing. And he does a nice spin move, a big old pirouette. Ramos got more hurt than Flores did. Flores got hit, but Ramos got hurt. That's some sympathy pain. They must be really dear friends. Now it's bases loaded, no out. Infield in. Oh, it's too soft to come home. Too soft to turn a double play. I mean, too slow and awkwardly to Trey's left. So he'd have to spin and fire. Maybe he does that, but you also could botch the throw. Get the 2 out. You try for that, but you're not in position to do that. Now the Giants take the lead, and you're kind of just left wondering, like, how did all of that, what? And then the hooligan's up, and he's looking to do real damage, and he hits one to Bryce Harper, who fields it, tries to come home. They can't connect. It's awkward. Another run scores, and, now it's just like, look what you've done, Phil. Look what you've done. We struck them out 3 times, and now they're just bleeding us dry. And it did change the landscape of the game. You got to make outs and you make pitches and all that, but, man, demoralizing, strike out 3 times. Harper's like, man, stinks. Everything that's happened is not good, and I don't like it. It's not good. No, not great. Are you a human? You plan on going outside? Shady Rays is giving 35% off when you use code BREAKDOWN at shadyrays.com. 35% off. If you're
No, I died. I was fucking messaging my boy.
I'd look into it. It's a good deal. Shady Rays, polarized sunglasses, code BREAKDOWN. Appreciate you.
Yeah, my buddy even said the mannerisms, the voice, everything. It sounds like that broad. I'm fucking not joking, bro. Pretty sure that broad just fucking called him the Stabby's world, dude. That's the craziest shit. What a dumb slut. What a dumb fucking slut. Oh my god. I can't wait to tell that one to Thug Duck. I'll watch that one with Thug Duck. Dude, I fucking... Any more items? Nah, we just died because, bro, there's this fucking chick that called into this podcast that I watch. And I used to play Apex with her. And, like, carry her ass. And she's, like, fucking mad annoying. But she had the hots from my buddy. So when you play with her all the time, my buddy's just kind of stringing her along. And... she called into this podcast. I'm almost 100% positive it's her. Like her voice, her mannerisms, like if it's not, these two bitches could be fucking twins. And they're like a dime a dozen apparently. That's fucked. She talks about being assaulted, and this bitch was always talking about being assaulted. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I'm yeah, man. Dude, that's crazy. I got the Eclipse Moon helm the other night, but haven't really done in a run yet tonight. That Blood Moon, I wasn't really paying attention. Just messaging my boy here. I gotta go repair my Barrows armor, so I think I'm gonna do that real quick. Damn. No, I didn't want to do that. Paired his bitch. Christine. That's wild. That's crazy. That's fucking hilarious. That's fucking hilarious. Okay. Dude, that's fucking funny, man.
Where the f did you shoot? Oh, on the New Airline too? But you can
Apex is a fun game.
$202.
Okay, the first thing you gotta do is go right here into your plugins and type in prayer, flick look.
Run, motherfucker, run. And this kid is gonna say, this kid used to get so many views. Damn, the fall off. Join the club, buddy. Join the club. Chad's dick. See, this kid can have that name, but I can't talk about fucking Jeffrey Epstein. Okay, buddy. And Mark Carney, fucking children. Alright, game. That makes sense. That makes sense. Perma-mute me for that, but fucking let this kid run around free. Okay. This is crazy. I want to report that kid so bad, but I'm not a fucking bitch. Bro, I can't. It's boggled right now. My mind's fucking blown. The game starts at 10 tomorrow? Fuck. I guess I watched it the last like half hour of work. That's cringe.
Hi, good morning. I'm so sorry. I'm super embarrassed. Hi, puppy.
This man is 74-year-old John Arthur Getrew, an elderly homeowner in Hayward, California. What he doesn't know is that he's speaking with an undercover officer closing in on a decades-old secret, and things are about to take an unexpected turn.
I was turning around in your driveway and I accidentally hit your car.
Which one?
The one parked in the driveway. Do you want to maybe take a look to see if we should exchange insurance information?
Yeah, take a peek.
Oh man, I'm so sorry. So embarrassing.
Sheriff's office. Yeah, go ahead. You have on your back. Wait in the car. Go ahead and face the car. Watch this. We'll talk to you in a minute. Anybody else in the house?
Isn't that like entrapment?
My wife's at work.
Deputies give John a routine pat-down before he's led to the front seat of a police vehicle.
Take a seat.
You want to rest on that seat? You're gonna close the door, make sure the dogs.
Yes.
We'll take care of your dog. Okay. Yeah.
Though he hasn't been told why he's been arrested, John applauds the deputies for the ruse.
Good line for coming out of the house. Get that guy out of the house.
Months earlier, cold case investigators in Santa Clara County reopened a murder case that had remained unsolved for 45 years. DNA from the crime scene was compared to a public database, allowing investigators to trace...
Can't get away with anything anymore, boys.
John, a husband, father, and former Boy Scout leader, is the primary suspect. Investigators bring him in for questioning,
Shit, I'm not paying
hoping
attention.
to uncover the truth. Is this devoted husband and father simply the wrong man? Or has his carefully lived life been a cover for something far more sinister? The following is based on official police records, and most of the footage has never been seen before.
So I'm Sergeant Cortez, okay? I'll let you know what's going on and why you're here today.
Yeah,
okay?
I'd like to know.
Yeah, absolutely, of course. Before I let you know what's going on, I just want to get your personal information. Just confirm your name. Your full name is John Arthur
Getrew.
Getrew?
Getreu.
Okay. Were you ever in the military?
No.
No. Have you ever been arrested in the past?
No.
John shares basic information about his past and childhood, revealing that he was born in Newark, Ohio, and spent the early years of
Newark,
his
fucking
life
Tony
moving
Soprano
frequently
over
due to his
here.
father's long military career. He spent a significant part of his teen years in West Germany, where his family lived on a U.S. military base.
Now, you mentioned that he had never been arrested. And I found out something happened in Germany.
Okay.
Can you tell me about
I
that?
was arrested in Germany.
Okay, what happened with that? Can you tell me about that?
I was accused of murder.
The revelation is especially jarring, given that he's here today on accusations of his involvement in a completely separate murder.
Tell me about what happened. What was the accusation against you?
I killed a chaplain's daughter.
Okay.
And that was all I knew.
Okay. Do you remember what happened with this young female?
No.
No?
I didn't even know her.
The young girl, 15-year-old Margaret Williams, attended a dance at an American youth club one Saturday night in 1963, when John was just 18 years old. The two were said to have met on the street shortly after, where she agreed to let him walk her home. Her body was discovered the next day on a baseball diamond behind the club. She'd been sexually assaulted and strangled.
You didn't even know her? Why did they arrest you? I mean,
Probably the next day.
Okay.
After they found the body, I guess.
Okay. How did they tie you to this body? How did they connect you to this body?
Somebody had seen me, walk that direction or walk towards a school, or
Okay.
it was an elementary school.
Okay. Did you... I don't know the details of what happened.
I don't know the details either, so...
Okay. Did you actually meet this young lady?
That's what they say.
Though John maintains his innocence, he was found guilty at trial for Margaret's murder, ultimately receiving a sentence of 10 years in a German juvenile prison. Because of his age at the time, he was released after serving roughly 2/3 of his sentence. Then he walked free.
And so you spent actually 6 years in prison?
Something like that.
Wow. And then how, after you were released, what happened?
I just was dropped off at the McGuire Air Force Base, and my father picked me up, and that was it.
That was it? You came back to the
Never
United
heard
States?
a word from him. Nothing.
Okay.
After returning to the United States, John moved to California, and in 1975 was once again at the center of a serious crime.
And then at some point, there was another accusation against you about a sexual assault from the Palo Alto Police Department?
Palo Alto Police Department.
Okay.
That's when I was the leader of an Explorer post.
Okay. Can you tell me about what happened there?
Nothing.
Okay.
You know, I was accused, interviewed, and that was it.
Okay. What's this allegation? I got to ask you.
Yeah.
You know, this allegation that this young girl made against you that you sexually assaulted her. Did that actually happen?
No, not that
I go to Eclipse? Fuck.
Not that I know of. And if I was arrested for specifically that and then not even tried, then nothing's happened. Like I told him, nothing happened.
Yeah.
I never saw her again. You know.
Did you end up serving time for that? Do you remember?
No, I didn't. Didn't serve any time that I know of.
Okay.
I can't. You know.
Okay.
It was so piddly that.
You weren't didn't go to trial or anything like that? Okay.
According to multiple news sources, John was 31 years old when the teenager came forward, claiming he not only assaulted and strangled her, but threatened to kill her if she didn't comply. He received a 6-month sentence, serving just 30 days on weekends after 5 were suspended.
So I want to tell you a little bit about my investigation. Okay? Are you familiar with the with Palo Alto?
How the fuck does that even make
Stanford
sense?
Area, the hills in Stanford.
Yeah.
You ever go out there?
I was a scout leader. I traveled all those hills.
What hills? Which hills are you talking?
Well, we were out in the Bay, Half Moon Bay Hills.
Okay.
And I traveled up through there, hiked with the boys.
Timothy, what's up?
Did you ever go in the hills, like in the area around Page Mill Road? Page Mill Road, like just west of Stanford?
No.
No, you never went to that area?
No.
Okay.
I'm alright, man.
So I'm investigating.
Just grinding some skate.
A murder up there in the hills.
You chilling? Feel that?
Would there be any reason that you were ever up in those hills? No?
No.
Leslie Marie Perlov was a 21-year-old Stanford University graduate working as a law clerk at the North County Law Library in Palo Alto, California in 1973. Her body was found dumped in the Stanford Dish hiking area. A floral scarf was found tightly knotted around
You about
her
to do
neck,
something crazy?
and
What's
used
that?
as a ligature to strangle her to death. It was DNA found beneath her fingernails that led them to John, who at the time worked near the Stanford campus as a security guard.
You ever see this young lady? Do you know her?
No, who's that?
It's a young lady that an investigation I'm doing, and she was murdered.
Gaming's lost the plot. Yeah, I mean, a bunch of studios just fired like over 9,000 people the other day.
1972 orange Chevrolet Nova was found parked at the gate of an old.
It's all just gonna be AI
on
garbage.
Mill Road, just east of where her body was found.
Do you remember ever stopping by the side of the road and looking into this vehicle?
No.
It's an orange Chevy Nova.
No.
No?
No, sir.
Okay.
24 hours, I'm buried. You're insane.
Leslie Perlov? Leslie Perlov?
No.
No? Okay. She wasn't a girlfriend of yours?
Oh, no.
Okay. I had to ask.
She's cute anyway.
Yeah, very.
That would be
very cute.
she'd be about 18 years old, I guess.
Okay.
At Stanford. Yeah, Stanford graduate. Yeah. But that's it. I don't even recognize her.
Curiously, the sergeant
Not good for your mental health. I don't think 24 hours is good for your health, period.
Why do you say that she's a Stanford graduate?
Well, just by the way she dresses and all in this area, you know.
Sure.
But, you know. I didn't say graduate either. I said, you know,
Pretty sure
a
he.
college kid.
Oh, okay. Now this young lady was obviously murdered, like I said. She was
Pretty sure he did say
strangled.
graduate.
Would you ever think about doing anything like that?
Nope.
I know that
You're bored?
you were
Join the
accused of a
club.
sexual assault, right? Would you ever think about committing a sexual assault?
Let's see if I can't get a drop here. See if I can't get a drop. Be good to me. Here we go. Boo. That was KC number 62.
And I'm going to ask you these tough questions because it's just part of the investigation.
Yeah.
When you were younger, did you ever fantasize about sexual assault?
It's what it sounds like by looking at my record.
Yeah. Or killing a young woman? Okay.
No.
In this investigation, if your DNA was on this young lady, how do you think? Why would you think your DNA was on her?
Haven't the slightest idea.
Were you involved in the murder of this young girl?
Nope.
As the sergeant continues to press for answers, John inches closer to a major mistake, not yet aware of what he's about to give away.
You know about DNA and how it's.
That was Apex? Fucking terrible.
No, this can be how it's transferred. I can always just tell.
Okay, tell me about that.
Yeah, one is semen.
Okay.
One is from the mouth.
Sure. Yeah. That's
the only two that I know of.
Okay.
Now, if there's some that are bodily, other than these two.
How about sweater hair?
It's totally different.
Okay. And
about
technology now, advances in technology
is getting good.
Yeah, so they're
catching them every day.
Yeah. How do you think your DNA would be on a person?
Don't know.
Don't know. Okay.
Especially this
Scared ass boy.
What to?
Apex is just buns, bro. I have fun playing it with my boys, but I'm not about to hop on and play it by myself like I used to. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go get more dinners. More din-dins.
Persons.
Well, that you're talking about.
Yeah.
The two young women.
Okay. I showed you a picture of that one young lady.
Yeah. No.
Okay. What's the second young lady?
The one up on the one up on the hill.
Okay.
Yeah, there's two different places you're talking about.
Okay. One of them's up on the hill?
Yeah.
Okay. And then up on what hill? Well, you mentioned the hill.
Yeah, you mentioned it.
I mentioned the hills.
Yeah.
Okay. And what's the other one? Because I don't remember another one.
Well, there's the two girls. There's not both the same place.
Okay. I mentioned one girl up on the hill.
Yeah, I mean okay, wherever she was, wherever the second girl was.
Oh, okay.
While the sergeant doesn't yet know it, another woman was found in the Palo Alto area in 1974, 1 year after Leslie's body was discovered. 21-year-old Janet Taylor was found dumped along Sand Hill Road in the same Stanford Dish hiking area. According to news sources, she'd also been assaulted and strangled to death. The serial killer responsible for the deaths of both Leslie and Janet would escape justice for decades, until now.
I think I'm at a point in my investigation that,
I'm guilty, and that's it.
Well, I'm trying, well, there's a couple things, John. Your DNA's on her.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not trying to find out who did it. What I'm trying to find out is why you did it. And I think you know more than you're telling me.
No, I wish I knew.
With John refusing to admit the truth, another investigator joins in the effort to obtain a confession, and the added pressure will soon tear his lies even further apart.
It's not an accident that your DNA got there. Your DNA and the type of DNA and where it is on the victim, there's no other explanation. You committed this crime. We know you committed this crime. Okay? What we don't know is why. And we're going to give you the opportunity to explain it to us.
You don't have to. I thought about it, and that's all I can think of. No.
No what?
No, I'm not guilty.
Just a blood top. That's all you need.
Fine.
Okay. You had to
I'll show you the C log here in a second, bro.
Why it took so damn long.
As they push harder for the truth about Leslie, John once again lets slip that she wasn't the only one he left in the hills.
So why her?
I don't even know who she is. If that's the first girl or the one girl that's up on the hill or whatever,
What do you mean the first girl?
Well, he said there's two people. There's two girls. Unless I misunderstood him.
Bam! We getting there, baby.
Within probably
We getting there.
an hour of each other and 2 hours of each other, or day or who knows.
Do you remember? How do you remember those details?
Some of the questions he's asked me.
Do you remember seeing any newspaper articles or media about those?
Nobody, but that girl there is not the other one that he showed me.
I'm 6 out of 13 at 65 chest.
The other picture.
6 out of 13, 62. Let's go, baby.
I mean, look at the body. It could be somebody else. I don't think they're the same one.
Is that why you don't recognize her?
I've been averaging one every 10, roughly.
I don't recognize her.
Well, I guess you too, obviously.
Do you think it was a different girl that you killed, and that's not the one we're
I
showing
didn't
you?
kill any girl.
You didn't kill the girl in Germany?
No. Well, that's total different. That's when I was 18 years old or younger.
In a final confrontation, investigators force John to face the mounting evidence against him.
There's a situation in Germany.
No, dude, it's way more enjoyable.
And you weren't there. And we have a
Especially because I'm not wasting prayer. You know what I mean? Like,
years later after you
resources and shit. This would suck without the resources. If I had to use my own,
you say you weren't there.
it'd still be worth it, but it would be a
What do you
pain.
think the chances are of that happening?
I don't know.
What would you do if you were us and you were investigating this case? What would that look like to you?
Like, this was just made for Ironman. You know what I mean? Like,
What do you mean there's a brick wall?
Well, I mean,
literally all of Varlamore is just made for Ironman.
Oh, nothing. I'm just let it go. I'm.
Well, you understand it's my job not to let things like that go, right?
I'm not. I have nothing to say about it.
It's got to be quite a burden, John.
Well, I'm going to put the questioning from here on, unless I'm represented by somebody in the courts.
What do you mean?
A lawyer.
You'd like a lawyer?
I like a lawyer.
Okay. Thanks, Joe.
After requesting a lawyer, the interrogation came to an end. But justice quickly caught up with 74-year-old John Arthur Getrew, who was arrested and booked into the Santa Clara County Main Jail with a $10 million bond.
10 mil.
In January 2019, DNA from the torn crotch of Janet Taylor's underwear was also determined to be a match for John. In September 2021, a jury found him guilty of first-degree murder with infliction of great bodily injury in the killing of 20.
The fuck does that even mean? Of course, murder with great bodily injury. Of course you're gonna get hurt when there's gonna be great bodily injuries when you're fucking getting murdered, bro. Like, what? What did I just listen to?
Janet Taylor. He was sentenced to 7 years to life in prison, finally putting a serial killer who had escaped justice for decades behind bars for good. In January 2023, he pleaded guilty to the murder of Leslie Perloff and received a second life sentence to be served consecutive with the first. According to multiple news sources, John Getrew died of natural causes on September 22, 2023, at the age of 79. His DNA remains in the state database and will continue to be compared against evidence from unsolved murders in the ongoing effort to close more cases. If you'd like to see select new videos early and help us keep up...
Yeah, that's the database where they have all that DNA stored is a fucking scary thing. You can't even commit a crime anymore. Like, it's as soon as you're born, bro, like, I wouldn't be surprised if they're just like scooping up your DNA and fucking throwing it right in that database. Like, it's fucked. Run! That shit should be illegal, man. Helps catch criminals and shit. I understand. That's how the Golden State Killer was caught. It's through a database like that. Shit's unethical, though. Oh shit.
No, please, AJ, chill. Bro, please. My 20 gifted. Relax. TSM not dying. AG just vibe, bro. AG just vibe. Chill on me, chill on me. Please. Skittle going down, mother.
Garcia trying to chase after these shots, but he gets taken out. It's a 1-for-1 exchange. And Fnatic will
that boy's savage. AG wipeout FNC. Oh, Zap with a charged rampage. GG's, bro. Hey, you guys are getting that 20 gifted. Obviously, man, today is day one of EWC x ALGS. We all know, man, EWC, ALGS collabing for the mid-season playoffs. This is basically one of our only other lands that we have this year. We have one of three lands, man, with EWC and ALGS combining for our mid-season playoffs. It's a $2 million tournament, bro. A lot of money on the line. 3 teams, bottom 3 squads from today go home. It is a straight, dark, these are the 10. It is a straight 10 games. Straight 10. The same way that if you watched in scrims, bro, it's going down today. I believe it's the exact same map rotation we've been playing to as well. But yes, bottom 3 teams will be going home today and tomorrow. And then the 20 squads will compete for the last chance qualifier, bro, on Saturday. And then Sunday is going to be championship finals. Obviously, there are groups, and that's how that works. And not every team will be playing today when there's only 20 squads competing for a 10-game series and only 10 games played per day. QAD, AG, we have EDG, we have E36, we have Fnatic, we have Furia, we have Gen.G, we have
Perfect,
Killjoy,
right?
we have MKOI, we have Mouse, we got Navi, we got...
Alright, wait till I get the dual Macalotls for that.
Sentinels, Falcons, Nemesis, Orchid, TSM, Wolves, Esports, and...
Once I get the dual Machias, then I'll do
You're
it.
going to be asking me all day today, where is the B-Stream? The B-Stream is not attending EWC. We will not be live from the venue. I will be watching the main broadcast.
Face It will most likely have their POVs. If you guys want to go watch the actual POVs themselves, go over to faceit.com. I'm going to be honest, dude. Face It has been
Excited for those? Yeah, dude. I can't wait.
that I will not be watching.
I've been tempted just to hunt Blood Moon, but I want to do it. No point. Just do all 3 until I get full Eclipse, and then I don't know. Blue, I can survive with the blue.
Whoa, this setup is so much different than last year. What the teams are facing each other? Oh, it's kind of tough. I can't lie, bro. Wait, they're like boothed up. This looks crazy.
Scratching my arm. It's not fair.
Bro, that setup is really interesting, bro. Hey, I'm wearing a shirt, button-down shirt. It's not going to pull true, though, bro. I do think it's going to pull up, man, probably towards that lava siphon side, I guess.
Looking at where that zone is going to be.
Pull a little more.
Okay, well, if Nicewig's not even at the venue, there's no point in even watching his video. Let's watch the actual stream.
After our performance at the LGS Open, it really helped the
Come on, bitch. Stop peeling. Stop healing, bro. I had this motherfucker down to like 20 HP. Why you gotta do me dirty like? Come on. Oh, I didn't swap weapons. Oh! Cringe! 4 HP in a dream. Cringe! Fuck, that's even more cringe. Hit. Bro, fucking cringe game. Oh my god, thank you. Fucking cringe game, bro.
A lot of buffs, probably the most buffed character that we did see in the entire suite of legends available. We're going to see her certainly prevalent in some of these early picks, but then you have like Sparrow, you know. Sparrow was something we didn't really see at the LGS Open. It was a new season character, so we're going to see him on land for the first time. It's very exciting to see how these legends are going to slide into these competitions, like you say, whether they be new legends, whether they be buff legends, or whether they be legends that we're a little bit more familiar with.
Yes, and on average, we have seen Watson and Alter as the two most banned during scrims anyway, leading up to this event, so I would expect that here in match 1, and it looks like the players are just about getting ready here. They're locking and they're loading, but I'm excited to see it.
Well, $2 million on the line as well. One of the biggest prize pools in the Apex Legends Global Series. And of course, you can see that Crusher waiting for the keys of the teams that will be eliminated at some point. We are ready to get underway here in Riyadh. Lila is back. It's the mid-season playoffs, and we're starting off with Falcons.
And this was a big focus from the analysts analyst desk, they were talking about this northwest area. Of course, Skyhook Trials is where Falcon's going to be dropping, but just south of them, between Miles and Edward Gaming, is there going to be a little bit of a ruckus for a potential ring console? It looks like both teams have got a ring console to work with, so I think they'll be more than happy and won't have to take a fight between them. So Miles and Edward Gaming should be absolutely fine when they have to fight there.
Yeah, something just to highlight on Falcons as well. Skyhook, it's not that they've just got Trials, they've actually got the entirety of Skyhook to themselves. So pretty good chance they're going to have multiple Evo Harvesters, multiple interacts with ring console, survey beacons, and of course the loot from Trials. So good chance that Falcons leave every single game from their POI with purples and golds.
Yeah, purples and golds, they're going to be looted, booted, and because they did prioritize this as their first pick during the POI draft, they need points here on World's Edge. Now, this is the lay of the land on World's Edge. We are going to be heading down south, down between Lava Siphon and Tree most likely, and of course, we feature a little bit of Harvester right now for Furia, so those three teams landing in those spots will get priority to zone.
Looking at where that zone is going to be going, Truck is going to be maybe a late game play for a lot of these teams, but the tracks is certainly going to be somewhere that people will want to hold down. That platform outside of Lava Siphon, you would imagine teams will play for a little bit later on as a position to maybe look to pick up some kills from and rain down a little bit of fire as they move towards that end game. But there's a good chance actually here that this pulls into the open ground down around those rock formations. It's pretty difficult to navigate towards the end game if you don't have a character that can control that space. But let's have a little look at Sentinels here, dropping over at the northern side of the map. They've got a long, long way to go. As now, we go from the north towards where the teams are going to be trying to take a little bit of priority. Zero Tenacity being one of those teams.
Yeah, Zero Tenacity, a very impressive team during scrims as well when they were playing on World's Edge. One of the best, actually, probably top 3 out of all teams competing in this tournament. Not just this lobby, in this tournament. So I'm expecting big things from them on World's Edge in particular. So we'll see whether they can live up to those expectations that I'm setting for them now.
We're already seeing compositions featuring Watson, and one of them in front of us, our Kazuya Esports, you can see with Newcastle and Watson in the composition, so they're going to be able to hold down that ground pretty comfortably on those train tracks. Orchid now making their move to the Snake building, which is on the southern side of Harvester. It's interesting to see a lot of teams, as always is the case, Dan, when we get to land, the style of play changes very rapidly, very quickly. A lot of teams early rotating here to zone.
Yeah, I mean, some of the scrims we've seen lately, there'd be like 4 teams left in ring 3, ring 2. Just so many teams dying early, but when money is on the line, this much money is on the line, yeah, suddenly those playstyles do change. And you mentioned it, a lot of Watsons. I believe from what I can see, Watson going to be banned going into match 2 with those legend bans as well, because there's just so much Watsons being selected. She is an incredible legend now with all the changes that have come in, whether it's those fences, just making sure they can basically not allow anyone to enter. You touch a door that is electrified now, and suddenly you can't even open it, you can't even boot it down without getting shocked.
Well, Furia playing the high ground outside of Harvester here. You can see that's a position that's going to be pretty easy to hold down for that long game, as long as they can avoid some Skynades. Just looking at the composition here, you can see it's going to be Crypto, Watson, and Alta for them early on. So that interception pylon from Watson will be able to eat up any Skynades that do come their way. But they're actually playing down the low ground, excuse me. It was TSM, if I wasn't mistaken, who are above them. So this position here for the long game, going to be pretty good for Furia. And this is going to be one of those games that we take a look at now as somewhat of a slow burner. A lot of teams already inside a Lava Siphon, a lot of teams already inside a Harvester. Team Nemesis, one of those teams who drops down to the south here around Tree. You can see when the zone pulls towards you, sometimes not the best thing in the world because you don't even get a chance to get Evo. They're on whites at the moment.
And as this is most likely going to be the only game we see Watson with that ban coming through in, very unlikely we'll get a controller reset, although still possible in 10 matches. We are going to see a lot of people usually take the same kind of perk tree with Watson as well. Going for the ultimate conductor when you get onto blues to just make sure you can get that ult charge up on Nox. Really just get as many ultimates as possible because the gen is just so powerful.
Interested that Furia looking for a couple of cheeky abductions with the Ulta Qs. Avoid passages going down, see if they could just steal away a TSM player, maybe get a free knock, which will make it life a lot more comfortable for them. And of course, TSM would have to leave, craft a banner, and make that space available for Furia to play a little bit later on. Talking of teams, though, they're a long way away from Tree at the moment, where we are expecting this zone to go. Interesting to see over at Stacks, you've got Fox, and you've got Genji Esports still fighting between Stacks and Big Maud. On the northern side, you've got Sentinels and Team Falcons a long way out, and then the furthest team On the western side of this zone at the moment, Edward Gaming heading their way through Thermal Station.
Yeah, a few teams who are going to be rotating through late, and they're going to have to fight their way in. So we're going to see some interesting fights, probably around Ring 3. I mean, at the moment, everyone's been able to find somewhere pretty comfortable in and around those areas, so we shouldn't see too many fights, apart from mainly just poke fights. People just trying to get a little bit of damage, trying to get a little bit of evo, maybe trying to deplete some of the resources on teams that are nearby. But this is, again, the beauty of Watson. You can kind of hold these more open areas. You can protect yourself a little bit. You are a scarier target now with how impressive that not just the fences are, but of course that pylon.
Well, Nemesis, interestingly enough, look like they're moving away towards the southern side, excuse me, towards launch side. Maybe just in the hunt for an opportunity to upgrade at an arsenal, which looks like is going to be the case, is certainly for one of the players, but maybe a chance to just pick up a little bit of evo. There is a ring console and a survey beacon available inside of launch site here, so maybe that's going to be the plan here for Nemesis. Play for that next zone information, as well as being able to get back up somewhere towards blue, where they're going to be able to fight if they're forced to.
Nemesis have been able to find a lot of kills when it comes to World's Edge throughout scrims as well, averaging around 5 kills per game. And of course, 5 kills may not sound like much to you if you're used to playing matchmaking, for example, and playing ranked, but honestly, 5 kills in these lobbies per game on average is very impressive indeed.
Yeah, I've been very impressed with Zuni as well. I think a lot of eyes are going to be on him at this tournament, see if he can recreate the form that we've seen in the build-up to this event here at the EWC. One of the top fraggers in recent days in scrims. They had a monster game in scrims, monster day, excuse me, in scrims very recently. That certainly would have just made the confidence where it needs to be when you're coming into a $2 million mid-season playoffs like we have in front of us. Other teams have been very impressive in scrims as well. Ninjas in Pajamas, you can see them on your screen on the left-hand side right now, putting up some really consistent performances. And on World's Edge as well, they do drop over at Dome, which historically hasn't been one of the strongest POIs, but we've been talking a little bit before the tournament. We were saying Arsenal's, the addition of that seems to have just leveled out and leveled up a few of those weaker POIs.
Yeah, just being able to have the weapons that you want to have. And yes, okay, you might not find all the attachments you want. You won't have as good loot available to you, but you can at least journey with those right weapons. And it means if you do get into a fight, you've got weapons you're comfortable with, rather so than like...
I just got my herb sack, gonna save so much time on Slayer. Oh, bro, once you get up here, Inspectors, you're just gonna be laughing.
Quite a few of these teams at the moment, you can hear them hovering about. You can certainly see them hovering about as well to collect information, destroying those right on cue. Thank you very much, Vayne. It is going to be important to make sure these teams can rotate without getting EMP'd, as well as spotted out by those crypto players. Wolves now making their way through the train tunnel as we jump on board with them. A couple of tracking darts, which is going to give information away of their movements. Using these alter cues to avoid passages just to cross a little bit more extra ground without being able to take damage. So important for these awkward and sometimes scary looking crosses.
So that zone is going to be shifting a little bit further south. Now we might have our first real 3v3 here. Falcon's taking on Fnatic.
Well, Falcon certainly have the armor advantage. Waltzy now trying to anchor. You can see Hal's down to 1 HP. Flatline in the hands of Waltzy here, which is something he's become very comfortable with. In the meantime, we do see Genji Esports eliminated as our first team out of this lobby. And it actually looks like Fnatic are going to back off from this fight here. So a little bit of a split of resources, because Edward Gaming actually looked to third party that.
Yeah, both teams just retreating. A big thanks to that portal, the Nexus being available on both sides. And or at least on one side, it was actually the Ash portal for Fnatic is how they escaped. And EDG just trying to close in on these two remaining players. But Fnatic are going to be down just to 1 now. And for Colonel Garcia, it's about trying to escape and stay alive. I don't think you're going to be able to.
Well, it's a nice spray, but this is even better. Fnatic will be the second team eliminated here in game number 1 on World's Edge. A little bit of a rough start.
Oh, when am I going to go kill the bosses once I'm finished messaging this mill?
Charge rifle in hand. I would be running you down if you were playing that in ranked.
We're finished messaging this mill.
He does take a personal vendetta against anyone.
It's a personal thing.
Anyone who's running a charge rifle will very much be pushed. So now things starting to heat up a little bit. 2 squads have been eliminated as everyone starting to be pressed together by these rings. As I said, the zone is going to be shifting a little bit further south. That was to be expected, though most teams had predicted that.
As you saw in the little hit that came up there, you can see Zappa just managed to pick up some goodies from a care package for all gamers global. So we're doing a great job on the production side to keep you informed on all of the information that you need to receive at home to give you an idea of what's going on the map here. And it does look like zone-wise we are going to pull down to that area we were talking about right at the start of the game. We are going into
let's get it.
To the north side of tree and the
Duty calls, Paul. You know what I'm saying.
Oh, so
Duty
Falcons
fucking
retreating.
calls.
And speaking of great spots, they could not be in a better spot, as we've just seen where the next zone is popping.
Yeah, Al-Qadsia have very much predicted this one correctly and will be in prime position. And they've got a Nexus portal set up in case they want to be able to just move away from their current spot. They really have set up a nice triangle formation.
They certainly have. They're trying to own both the truck on the low ground, which is going to be obviously where a lot of teams try and move into. One of the only pieces of kind of hard cover that you do have in this zone, and the train tracks above. So it's a great spot from you. They're taking so much space and saying, hey, if you want to move into this zone, we own it.
And actually, they are the only team within that next zone after it closes yet again. So other teams are going to start to join them, but that space they're generating right now is going to be massive for them. I think Enterforce 36 are going to be joining them shortly, but we're currently having a look at what's happening elsewhere on this northern side. And the reason for that, there's going to be a lot of action here on the north. You've got Orchid, you've got Fury, you've got Kinotrope, so many teams.
Well, look at E36 right now. They have made the play to take this truck away from Al-Qadsia, and by doing so, have forced Al-Qadsia into a position where they want to fight, and they are going to fight. So this is the space they were desperate to command, and they are commanding it beautifully. Fury, in the meantime, have been eliminated. They were not able to rotate from the Harvester side.
Yeah, these Harvester teams are all going to be struggling. As I mentioned, TSM, the remainder of Enderforce 36, Kinotrope, Orchid, Mouse, even Edward Gaming might get involved as well. Sentinel stuck in the tunnel. It's going to be mayhem here, and a team like Al-Qadsia, who have eyes on kind of all of this northern side, could pick up a lot of kills, especially with weapons like the 30-30, which could be the most used weapon. It could be the most kills that we see throughout this tournament as well. And I saw on social media a lot of players were trying to predict which weapon they thought. What do you think is going to
Dude.
Ooh, that's a tough one, actually. I haven't seen many Devos in players yet. And with the way that teams are quick rotating, maybe it is going to be R9 30-30s. It's going to be certainly top in the leaderboards. We'll have to see as the games progress and as we get through the days, of course, if that does change a little bit. Zero Tenacity, we saw them rotate so quickly to this position on the fence line.
Because there's no ballistic in play, bud.
Last remaining members of E36, and that's exactly what they are going to do. So E36 will be eliminated from the lobby. Some of those KP go into the team on your screen right now.
KP is going to be important. These points, every single one is going to be so important when we get to those final games to see who's going to be eliminated. Now, Sony is going to be shifting a little bit further south, away from where Al-Qadsia were currently holding, which isn't the worst because they can still go down to the truck, but it is going to end up in that kind of open area rock formation, which is difficult to hold for teams.
Well, listen to the firing squad here. As Kinotrope fires some shots out as we take a look at the fans that have come in to be a part of the mid-season playoffs here. Kinotrope, this is a tough rotate for them. You're looking at the composition at the moment, trying to see if there's any characters. They do have Ash, so that portal is viable for them to get out. But where do you go? It's such a difficult rotate to make, even with that portal, because you're probably going to be landing in an open space.
Yeah, landing in the open space is going to be rough for a lot of these teams as well. There are a few teams that are playing a little bit off meta. We do see some Newcastle,
Oh no.
for example, that might be able to
I went into the room.
Pathfinder from Na'Vi could
I went into the room.
try and zip across and get a little bit of protection as well. But mainly it's going to be
I didn't know I went to the room.
to throw grenades with the amount of Watsons that are going to be alive.
That's alright.
Na'Vi, speaking of them, they're taking
I didn't realize I went into the room. I thought I was just chilling.
A couple of knocks, but one player slab has gone down. They need to open the door to get him back up.
Sorry.
Dealt with Sentinels, the armor swap will go down, and Na'Vi look like they should be able to reset.
That's just some free magic XP right there because of the teleport. We're chilling.
Lava Siphon, so Na'Vi
Yeah, I'll take a free lamp.
now Team Orchid try and deal with TSM, who are trying to move to the outside of that building. But Orchid quite simply are saying no to this. Panic is last alive. He's trying to bounce in and out of this altar portal. But I think that might be the end of him very soon. One player still alive, but Orchid...
I can't even watch this. This is fucking terrible. Apex sucks to watch. Holy shit. It used to be so good. That shit fucking terrible. My god. Well, I'm gonna go start watching fucking the rest of the Squid Game. Might as well. You guys get to look at me be a hairy, chestless bastard. Right here. What time is it? No, yo, bro, I swear to God, time just like slowed right down. Time like when I got home was just flying by, and like I don't know, bro. Just feels like time slowed right the fuck down. I'm not complaining. Yo, Sean, you have a good night. There's the carpet match the drapes. You're goddamn right, buddy. Shit's a bush. Ain't no carpet, it's a bush. Oh, I forgot she had to kill your son. Terrible stale spot. They just need to fucking start adding in guns, bro. They haven't added a new gun since season 16, for fuck's sakes. Like, this is the problem that they used to have with Apex as well back in the day. I always said that shit. They need to add more weapons to the fucking game. Not overpowered pieces of shit, but like so many things they could be doing. Or new hop ups at least, something to keep that shit keep going, you know? Like, get rid of some fucking characters in the game. Make it so you can make it so that like each account can only use like a different character every other game, you know what I mean? So like you can't play the same character every game. I'd be so down for that. Way more variety in characters and shit. Altair is terrible for the game. One of the worst characters in the game. Never got buffed, or if they did buff her in a different way. This looks cool. Eh. I just like Apex is going in a bad direction. Just gonna become a buck nerd. I'm just a nerd, period. Oh yeah. Here, give me a sec. Sorry, boys. I'm messaging this fucking MILF. It's crazy. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Finally laugh and just finally got my one step closer to the OP shadow. Hey, bro. That's fucking insane. I can't believe you got that. Dude's laughing. Yeah, this mill's crazy. This mill's crazy, bud. I'm getting ahead to left on red. From cream pie to say goodbye. From cream pie to no reply. How's that one? This chick's gonna commit suicide. What I thought was gonna happen originally was the kid would sit there and stab his mom at the end, and he would be so devastated that he would end up just committing suicide. But she stabbed the kid to save the pregnant woman, and then she's gonna commit suicide now, I bet. I had it backwards. Damn. You know what sucks about talking to all these older women though is they just gotta send you paragraphs, bro, and you just gotta go with it because they think they're all formal and fucking all intellectual and shit. It's like, bitch, shut up. No, you ain't. I'll tell you the ending of this shit right now. Guarantee you. This guy's gonna have to decide between him or the baby. And he's gonna kill himself with a gun or a knife or whatever. He's gonna shoot himself in the fucking brain. And he's gonna have some big speech in front of like the guy with the black mask and be like, "See, I'm not so bad," or whatever. Calling it. Ooh. Bro, this guy's got 1 HP. Get out of here. Oh, well, how do you know what tile to stand on? So after each phase, he'll always go to the same tile. So you see how it's got this, you see right here how it's got the blood raining down? It will be the north eastern tile up at the top right. Watch. It'll be a northeastern tile, this tile right here, and then it will be the southwestern tile on the other Jaguar phase. You know what I mean? You just kind of get used to it after you do it a couple of times. You just got to keep what I do is always keep the room pointed north. And then I just know. So like, look, now it's going to be this tile down here. I just got lucky and have the Jaguar here. I always just kind of keep it pointed north, and now the next tile will be like this tile up top here. And what I do when it's this blood phase, I just stay in this spot up here. That way I'm just ready, you know what I mean? Yeah, this bitch just killed herself. She just hanged herself. They did the same thing in the first season. After the guy had to play the marbles game with his wife. Doesn't hit as hard. Predictable. Now it'll be in the bottom left. No, it'll be down here on this tile. You just get used to it, you know what I mean? Ooh, 3 HP in a dream, dude. That's sickening. And then this, you can just literally walk around a square like this. It's perfect. That one's just perfect. You can just walk around the square right there and just avoid the drops every time. You know what I mean? I'm fucking stoned. I need to do eclipse. And then eclipse, bro, honestly, I don't even really worry about it too much because it's just like once I'll just show you. This one, it just pulls you in. you just kind of like have a free run over, you know what I mean? You so pumped to try these guys out? Hey man, I'm sure you could probably do them right now. Oh shit. And then like this phase here, once you're in the like doing this ball and you're like walking behind this, it finishes you right like where you need to go. And then like you just, you know what I mean? It just finishes you right where you need to go. This is like probably the easiest room to remember. The one phase literally just hurts the guy. Probably the easiest room. They're super fun though. Like way better than barrows. We should make a rap song. Vita the cheetah. Vita the cheetah. There you go. How's that? Yeah, the only button here now, bro. That's funny. You should ask him. You could ban real quick. Start calling him pennies. And don't lie, you love Scrappy. You wouldn't do nothing against Scraps. Yeah. I gotta go with the boom boom. Fuck, you're killing me here, Jay. You're fucking killing me, Jay. Locking in Canada. I was talking with Chris earlier. Bro, do you know that Stavi's world? This bitch we both know out in the States called in like it's her. Like there's no doubt. She has the same mannerisms, same voice, same everything. Talking about getting assaulted and like the child, yeah, like it's gotta be McBitch. Yeah. McBitchums. Pulling packs is like getting from bitches. Oh my god. And like gold blade, purple head, blue making it, white goes. Yeah. Uh, I'll never pulling condoms. You just gotta get good. I just pulled 2 golds the other night. Uh, I'm gonna hit with the killer RNG. The IRL RNG. Dude. I'm watching the show. You're supposed to destroy this if not join them. An absolute, as homie deals in an absolute. Destroy Canada's phones. Homeboy's gonna pop a fucking pill before he crosses this shit. Are you crazy, dude? The fuck? Damn, homeboy just fucking ate it. Am I gonna shave my head again? Yeah, I was thinking of doing it, bro. Fuck you. Perfect. This dude's fucked, man. I swear to God, that's her. It's gotta be. There's no way. I am thinking about shaving my head, though. It's getting hot at work. Yeah, I was sweating like a motherfucker, dude. Fuck, I want to shave my hair, though. This is like 3 years of growth right here. Literally, with these 4 tiles, you can miss every blood at once. Like, you'll never get hit if you just stick perfect. That's probably where the pregnant chick dies, for sure. Oh, what the fuck? This guy just pushed someone off. Oh, shit. That was actually gas. That was actually a gas episode. Damn. No, misclick. 16 HP heal. RNG gods be on my side. Alright. It's all down to this. It's all down to this. Hit him. 5. Not enough. Hit him. There we go, baby. We done diddly diddy. We bound to hit soon. Fuck, I'm praying, brother. I'm praying. What KC was that? 65. We've done 4 KC tonight. My man's out here popping ecstasy when they're jumping across this rope and shit. Are fish better than lizard meat? Nah, lizard meat's better. You get 2 lizard meat for every 1 lizard. And it heals more too. What the fuck? Oh, not the eye. There's no way this high fucking cocksucker gets across. This guy's got 1 HP again, bro. Oh shit, this chick's gonna jump off and kill herself. That's wild. Damn. Damn, I don't know why, but this chick killing herself there is hilarious. Like, it doesn't even make sense. Whatever. Whatever. I'm going to bed, gentlemen. Oh, shit. My camera froze. I'm going to bed, gentlemen. I hope y'all have a good night. I'll catch you later. Peace out.